23 days ago, I asked the question on this YouTube channel, can you hit GrandMaster completely solo queue with the hardest character in the game, aka Spider-Man? And 23 days later, we have our answer, and it is yes. And in a pretty impressive amount of time, if I am to glaze myself a little bit, 25.8 hours. Now, I know that isn't insane, but if I look at my match history and take a look at TTV Zentoyer, this is from my rank up game. This guy is Diamond 1 with 148.8 hours. So I don't think the amount of hours it took me to hit Grandmaster completely solo queue is bad by any means. So I kind of just wanted to talk about my experience solo queuing, talk about some things I noticed, and talk about how you personally can also hit Grandmaster, especially if you play Spider-Man. So the first thing I want to talk about is what is the hardest ranks to get out of. So Diamond, I'm honestly not going to say is too difficult. I mean, I got out of it fairly quickly, man. I don't think this was too bad. But what I really can't even scroll back to is Platinum. I think Platinum is probably the hardest rank to get out of, just because when you're hovering around Platinum 3 and Platinum 2, the teammates that you are going to be getting are absolutely awful. Now, on the contrary, once you hit Diamond, a lot of the teammates you are going to be getting are okay. I'd say the majority of them are good. You are going to get some really bad players in your game, but once you hit Diamond 2 and 1, that's not really the case, man. The biggest differentiator between Diamond players you're going to get into your game and Platinum players is the support, and not necessarily their heals. I know a lot of people like to complain about healing in this game. No, I'm talking about support knowing when to pop their ults. That is the biggest difference between Platinum players and Diamond players, is Platinum players are going to pop their support ults at the wrong time. Diamond players are going to save them and make things happen. And that is why one of the biggest problems with solo queuing is this one character, Rocket, man. Rocket is going to sell your games over and over again. Not only because compared to the other supports in the games, he doesn't have a good ult, but also because most Rocket players don't know how to play anyone else. If you have 2 support players and the other team has 3 support players who all have good ults and you have Rocket, that Rocket is not going to switch off. Instead, he is going to literally commit to playing Rocket, and there's nothing you can do about it, man. He's just not going to switch, and you're probably going to lose the game due to the lack of the support ult. So yeah, I can't stand Rocket players. That was the biggest problem that I noticed. The next thing I noticed is just how much respect you're going to get as a Spider-Man player once you hit Diamond. When you're in Platinum, when you're in Gold in this game, you are going to get disrespected as a Spider-Man player. People constantly hate on Spider-Man, but I think once you hit Diamond, people start to appreciate exchanges like this right here. In Platinum, I would probably be disrespected for trading my life for this Jeff the Shark, but in Diamond, people understand and people will commend you if you are playing Spider-Man and you trade your life for a Jeff. Very often when we won games and my stat line was bad, but we still won the game, I was getting shown respect by my team. They were saying, you're a good Spider-Man, just because they understand valuable exchanges. And because people respect Spider-Man more in these ranks and people appreciate you for playing Drop Hero, you're going to get a lot more opportunities to do good with this character, both with Namor bans, Luna Snow bans, and even people who are willing to go Venom despite the fact they don't play the character, just to help you out and hopefully allow you to take out 250 health healers with the sync up. I just really think it's crazy how Spider-Man goes from one of the most hated characters to one of the most respected as you start to rank up, man. It's mind-blowing to me, and I really do appreciate it. It is going to help you out a lot. Another thing I noticed is just how much of a difference voice chat makes. I feel like about 70 to 80% of the game where the entire team was talking, we did actually end up winning the game. And this is for a few reasons. First of all, when people talk, they are a lot less likely to sell. If someone has used their voice, they're a lot less likely to stay on their character if they're doing bad. The second reason is ult synergy. Ultimates are just so important in this game, and if people don't know when to use them, when people don't know when to sync up their ults and ults are just getting wasted, what happens is games are lost, man. If everyone is talking at the same time, we're a lot more likely to win. Ults can be popped in order instead of just support ults being popped at the exact same time, wasting them. A Doctor Strange can go, hey, Spider-Man, I'm about to ult if you want to combine your ult with mine. Stuff like that, man. It makes a huge difference. And as you can see in this game right here with people talking, these support ults are getting sent out perfectly. I'm dying, apparently. But it just makes a huge difference. And unfortunately, I feel like it does take until you hit about Diamond 3 for people to start using their microphones consistently, man. And did I kill this? Yup, I did. Here's a perfect example of this. This was in my rank up game. This Doctor Strange says, everybody, let's just farm our ults up a little bit. And then I'm going to portal in and we'll all use our ults and take the site. And do you want to take a wild guess on what happens here? Luna has her ult. Invisible Woman has her ult. I have my ult. Venom's about to get his ult. We make the portal. And I mean, it's grits, man. Just because of good communication with these boys being in voice chat and everything like that. And even someone being a good leader. I made a really stupid play here. I'm not going to lie. You can see me, man. I'm trying to ult them out of the shark, but I didn't do it, man. So I pretty much wasted my ult. We did kill the Jeff, though. But yeah, man, just good synergy, good voice chat can make a huge difference. So how much RNG is actually involved in solo queuing? Well, honestly, there's a good amount of RNG, but at the same time, what you have to understand is that everyone in Platinum 2 is the same rank as you. They did the exact same thing you did to get to that rank. Everyone in Diamond 3, same rank as you. They did exactly what you did to get to that rank. So everyone, whether you like to believe it or not, is probably around the same skill level that you are. And what happens is if you play a little bit better than everyone else, if you make plays for your team, if you try to create opportunities for your team, you're most likely going to win. I say as I'm getting ulted by everyone. Not much I can do there, is there, though? And the best way that I can kind of try to convey this message is just to tell you about how much better I became from this journey, man. I feel like truly when I started playing these games, I was maybe like a Diamond 2 level player, and my game sense, combos, everything just became so much better from solo queuing. And overall, I think if you want to improve as a player, this is probably the best way to do it. Now, something that I've been thinking about since I started solo queuing is why do so many people lose their mind solo queuing in this game? Why is it so terrible? Well, I think it comes down to literally one thing, man, and that is you are playing the wrong character. I would have lost my mind too had I been relying on my teammates a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I couldn't have won games without my teammates, but I'm playing Spider-Man. That's the thing. If I have bad healers, I won't notice because I'm not relying on heals. A lot of people watching this video right now probably play characters like Groot or Doctor Strange, characters that you need good healers in order to win. Or maybe you play support. You need good teammates in order to do good. The thing is, though, when you play a drop hero, whether it's Spider-Man, whether it's Magic, Black Panther, you do the best that you can, and if your team happens to win, that's awesome, man. But all I know is every single game, I made plays like that. I took out tanks, I took out healers, and if my team doesn't capitalize and they don't respond to my callouts, they don't respond to the things that I'm saying in voice chat, then it is what it is. I won every single game because I know that every single game I did my best, man. And I know that might sound corny, but what I'm trying to say is you're going to have fun regardless if you play a character like Spider-Man or Black Panther, because even if you have terrible teammates, you're going to do okay. I mean, you're not going to do too terrible. It does depend on the map. Some maps you're literally just screwed if you don't get help, especially on Domination, not Convoy. But yeah, the number one tip I can give you is just keep playing, man. Keep trying. Play a drop hero if you're losing your mind. And most importantly, if you have a bad game, if you're getting disrespected in the chat, you have to just ignore it and move on and do better the next game, man, because it's bound to happen. You're gonna get disrespected. You're gonna have a bad game. Sometimes things just aren't gonna work out, but you just have to keep playing. You're solo queuing. That's the price you have to pay, man. Subscribe if you are new and want to see more Marvel Rivals content, more Spider-Man content, and leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.